Holding that stick back a bit. There we go. Flaps coming up. Uh-oh, something happened. Hey guys, Rich here. Welcome back to the RCinformer YouTube channel. Once again, I got the beautiful Miss Amy on the camera. Say hi for everybody, baby.
Good morning, everybody.
She's out here helping me film. Another super windy day. As usual, I can never get a break with this wind here, but we're here to give you a little flight demo on the MAULE. We hadn't had the MAULE on the water yet, okay? I just threw the floats on there. I found that it shifts the CG backwards a little bit, so we're gonna try that out. If you guys hadn't seen the original demo we did, upper right hand corner of the screen, I'll put a link to it so you can see the grass demo we did out in the park. So we hadn't flown it on floats yet, so this is the first time out. You guys can get this at FMS and ReferralRC, so I think both of them. So we got discount codes below that you guys can you know, save a little bit on this, and if you use our link, it supports the channel. So anyway, you ready, babe?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. One small step for man. We're looking out for gators too. Let's see here. I don't know how much water taxing we're going to be able to do with this thing, just because the wind is so. I'm going to try. Actually, you know what? Let me clip on my neck strap here. Do a quick flight control check. See if we can turn it around. It's got a water rudder, and that just plugs in on the underside. It seems to be okay. Interesting. The plane seems to dig in a little bit on the front. Now that I'm noticing. This is my first time, like I said, having this on the water, so I thought I would just sort of test it out and see. See, I'm holding some stick back there now. I'll probably put full elevator travel. So, but yeah, I think we're good here. Let me drive it back. The water rudder is really what's allowing me to kind of taxi it around. See, it almost tipped there. So let me see if I can get it carefully turned around here. There we go. All right, very good. All right, you see those lights on the wings, Amy?
Yep.
Even in broad daylight, those show up. You got that left red light, that right. This is a nice model, folks. But again, we're going to see what it's like in wind, and let's get her on out there. So, you ready, baby?
Yep.
All right. Are you going to get the back of my head every time you pass there, or are you good? No, seriously, are you?
Oh.
All right, let me get it in position here for takeoff. I'm actually going to go to mid-elevator. Yeah, it seems a little nose heavy on those floats, doesn't it? But I'm holding the stick back. Let me get it up on the step here. There we go. Yeah, it is windy, folks. I got the reflex on. This is stock configuration, folks. I don't have anything exceptional built into this. I don't have any AS3X. I don't have really any gains set up. I don't have any expo in this thing at all. It's just set up, you know, totally stock. The rudder is awesome on this airplane. But I am battling a headwind here, folks, but I'm just trying to play with it as best I can. I just went to a 70% elevator rate, and that seems to help out. It seems to be flying pretty stable here. Let me get it around here. This is a confined area, folks. There's not a lot of space to fly around here, so I'm being real careful with what I'm doing with it here. Very nice, very nice. I haven't had this plane inverted yet. I'm going to give that a shot. I'm just going to bring it back this way. Man, the rudder on this airplane is incredible. I mean, I'm just absolutely blown away by it. Actually, it flies upside down okay. I'm just trying to stay high on it the first time around because I haven't had it inverted yet, and on floats it seems to do okay. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Yeah, I can probably bring that lower like that too. Let me go to a higher elevator rate. Let me kick my rudder around. Yeah, that rudder is powerful. If you use rudder, use just a little bit when you use this thing. Holy smokes. Very nice. I'm going to go on to my high aileron rates because it is a little sluggish to roll. And I'm going to my mid elevator. I'm way up here, folks. I'm trying to bring her on down for everybody into the kind of the valley here. We got a lot of turbulence and stuff down here because of the trees.
Yeah, if you could keep it lower, it's kind of better because I'm having a little bit of hard time.
Yeah, and I'll bring it, let me bring it lower. Yeah, no, I got you. I'm
eye.
personally just trying to fight the wind because the wind is just knocking it around. So let me get it down lower as best I can here. I'm going to drop a little bit of flaps. See if I can go around the fountain here. Got it okay?
Yeah.
I put a little bit of flaps down to help with the slow speed flying of it. It's just the wind is making it tough, and I'm kicking my rudder here, making it real uncoordinated. There we are, a little inverted flight down low. I'm just getting comfortable with it. Somebody left me a note or comment and said that this plane didn't fly well upside down, but man, it really does here. I'm not really having a problem with it. I'll try it again from this side right here. I tell you, the color really sticks out well on the sky. I mean, the blue, a lot of people are saying it blends, but it really doesn't. I mean, it kind of, yeah, I mean, she'll fly good upside down. Pretty nice, not bad. All right, let's see if I can get it. Yeah, we're going into the sun here too, babe, a little bit here.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're silhouetting it over there. So let me take it over to my right a little bit here. Get you some turns over here. Here's where it shines best because of the sun. You got it?
Yeah.
What's up?
It's hard to see, but.
All right, we'll see if you can get it in there. Let me do a landing with it here. I'm going to do this no flaps. Yeah, it's a little fight getting this down. There we go. Time that just right. How you doing? Okay with it?
Yeah, it's just a little bit hard to follow because the sun's hitting me on my left side.
Oh yeah, it's kind of.
I'm doing the best I can here.
No, that's all right. Let me see if I can even turn this around because it's so windy right now. I'm trying to throttle get some power over the rudder, but here, let me bring it on back in here real quick. We'll throw another battery in and go. I think the CG needs to come forward a little bit on this. We'll bring it up. All right, what do you think?
That's cool.
Yeah, nice little plane. It's just so windy here, and I'm getting acclimated to kind of flying it here. A couple notes that I found out about this thing. Again, that was the first water flight on the water. My CG on this airplane, they say it's about 60, okay? Which, Amy, can you zoom on this?
Yep.
This area right here? The back of that, that's basically a jig hole is what that is. If you go to the back of that forward, okay, to the leading edge of the wing from here to here, that's about 60. 50 is about at the front end of that roughly. So, and we're balancing sort of towards the back end of that thing, and my plane still seems a little pitch sensitive. A little expo would probably help out a little bit, but I really think the CG needs to come forward. So I may actually throw some weights on the front end of this thing or in here. But one thing I did was I found out my speed controller was actually way in the middle, and it was sort of flopping around earlier when we did the flight off the ground with the wheel. So I actually pulled it all the way forward and was able to put it right up here, Velcro it in the front. I was able to take the prop off and get that going and secure it here. So that helped move the CG a little farther forward. But it still feels like it needs to come forward a little bit, like it really needs some, because you see even with the CG a little farther forward now with that forward, it's pitching a bit on me, which tells me it needs to come forward maybe about 5 millimeters or so. But it's still flying decently, and I'm using the reflex because it's so windy out here. So let's do this. Let's throw one more battery in, okay? And we'll get it going. We'll do one
little break here.
Yeah, let's take a break and we'll do one more flight with it.
Okay,
just so I can get used to it with the wind out here and stuff. All right.
Okay.
Okay, guys, we got a new battery set up in there, and you can look back now. I got the beautiful Miss Amy. You ready? She's at the controls. Here, take a look back here, baby. She's taxing. She has no idea how to fly. She's just like, I want to drive it on the water a little bit, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna fly it.
Yeah. We'll probably get her some stick time like later. Okay, but for now she's just sort of driving it, and then I'm gonna grab the controls here. Guys, it is so windy, you can tell by looking at her blonde hair. Okay, it's not even really almost fun to fly today because it's super windy. So we're giving you just a ridiculous kind of wind demo today. So, all right, babe, you ready to switch?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this. Just leave a little gas on the plane there.
Okay.
I'm gonna take my microphone from you there. All right. Are you ready? All right, power off. Just turn it off. There you go, off. There you go. All right, baby, you got it. Get on there with me. Okay, guys, she's got the camera now. She's gonna get on the airplane.
Oh wait, my eyepiece isn't working.
What do you mean? Oh, here, close this. No, you're good.
Oh.
There you go.
Okay.
Now try it. There you go. You got it?
Yep, I got it.
You good? Okay, the wind is just taking it, guys. You can see the direction of the wind because it's weather vaning right on in. So, are you good where you're at, babe?
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
I'm gonna drive this thing in for 1 second. Oh, something's going on.
Oh, that didn't sound good.
No, it doesn't sound good at all. Well, let's see.
I didn't do it.
No, I think we got water in it or something. Okay, folks, we are now fast forwarded about 4 hours. Me and Miss Amy went and skated and all that stuff. We had some issue with, I thought it was a speed controller, but what ended up happening was the thing floated all the way down there because we couldn't get it back, but finally I got throttle power back and it just ended up landing, or I brought it over to the side. Anyway, after messing with it, it was funny because it seemed like it was a speed controller issue, but the speed controller was bone dry. I ended up taking it back to the house and messing with it, and it seemed more like it was a receiver issue because I lost all the flight controls. So I put a new receiver in it, checked it out, everything seems to be working well. It's a stupidly windy day, guys, to be showing this off, but I just wanted to get a video out there for everybody to see it fly on land, fly, you know, on the floats, and for me to get a little experience flying it. And the thing with it is that I can't tell, you know, when it's windy, it's tough to evaluate an airplane. It's CG, it's flight control, so, but we'll just get this out for you guys so you guys can see this thing fly. You ready to go, babe?
Yep, all ready.
I made a couple of little changes to it though, because I think it might improve it, so let's see what happens. I put a little nose weight in the nose here, guys. I threw about 3 ounces up there. I'm using the same battery. I'm using the same like we did with the grass field demo the other day. I'm running that same SPEKTRUM 3200 30C pack, 3S, and this thing is supposed to take a 4S, but I'm only doing 3. And then with that nose weight, what that did for me, Amy, if you want to zoom, I don't know if you can get in on one of these again.
Okay.
Can you see that okay?
Yep.
All that is, like we talked about before, that's just a jig slot where they jig the spar in there. And it was towards the back half of that. I moved it to right about the middle, about 5 millimeters or so. So we should have a little bit more forward of the CG. That seems far forward for me, but the plane's just not real stable, pitch-wise. I mean, the fly's okay. And then the other thing I did, Amy, if you can zoom on this, and we're gonna see how these changes work today. Can you get in on that?
Yes.
Okay, I moved it in another hole even, okay? And I went full 125% travel, which I normally do. And that might sort of dull out a little bit some of that elevator travel, okay? And make it smoother, okay? So it's not, so little combination of CG forward and a little bit of additional resolution and less travel on that elevator and more resolution should give us what we need, I hope. So you ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Let's get this, let me make sure we got our throttle set up. So our sun is in the opposite direction now, guys, so it is what it is here. So sun's over there now. Wind is still the same way, and it's hellaciously. In fact, if you zoom over, Amy, go ahead and show them the fountain like you guys saw before. You can see the wind blowing the fountain, so it's all kind of out of control there on us. So, all right, flight controls are good. Are you ready, baby?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Let me get this on out there. Let me get my neck strap on, and let's see how we can do with it now. Right, left, up, down. Yeah, just like I said, replace the receiver. This airplane has a tendency, you see how the nose is down? It's almost like the floats could have been mounted a little farther forward, so it's almost like it wheelbarrows just a bit. Let me see if I can turn it around, get it into the wind. I'm goosing the throttle, getting some flow over that tail, and I'm holding elevator back. It seems like this airplane, you need to do that. Like I said, it almost seems like the floats could have been mounted a little farther forward, so the step is a little closer to the wing. But let's see. All right, let's turn her around. It should weather vane nicely. When you leave it alone, you can see which way the wind is pushing it or weather vaning, and that's pretty much the wind direction. So, okay, baby, here we go. There we go. Get those flaps up. Oh, it seems a lot more stable now. Oh, much more confident. All right, let's get, let me get some trim going. This is, folks, again, this is a really confined area, okay? This is not like a lot of space to fly, so let me see if I can get her trimmed here. And again, this is not really the best day to trim this. So I'm trimming back a bit, which is expected because I put the CG a little bit farther forward, so that's kind of expected. Let me get it down here. We're on a tailwind big time here. Let me bring it over here. Half Cuban. But flying nice now. So I'm at 125% travel on my elevator, so it's really all the way around there. I got a lot of travel in it, but I did go in, like I said, one hole on that elevator, and that combined with that slightly farther forward CGs has smoothed it out quite a bit. So yeah, it definitely flies much smoother now. A lot less pitch sensitive. For those of you that want to fly the plane relatively normally. Full power, I'm going to go straight up with it. This plane has an unbelievably powerful rudder. You kick it over and it just goes. It's pretty impressive how powerful it actually is. Again, not a great day to be showing you guys this because the weather is horrible. The wind is just ridiculous, so I can't really, it's really hard to show you what it really is like at fast speeds and slow speeds and stuff. Just put it right down there, nice. What do you think, baby?
Oh, very cool.
Very neat, very neat. So I think we got it pretty much like set up for where it needs to be. Again, it's hard to tell. Whoa, that's what you got to watch out for, guys. That's what I've been telling you. So the wind is kind of right quartering. In fact, I'll just leave it alone right now because it is such a strong wind to be flying this on and just see which way that the wind is weather vaning it. So, but that's something to be cautious of. And again, it's something I've noticed and other people I know have noticed too, that the plane tends to wheelbarrow a bit. So let me see if I can turn it around again against the wind. That's usually tough to do when you have a hard wind like that. Let me see if I can get it to goose the throttle around just a little bit. Get some flow over that tail. Notice I'm holding that elevator back. If you guys look at the elevator travel on this thing, that's my full elevator travel, okay? 125% travel and lots of movement. So if I go to low, it's like that. But it's got tons of resolution and yeah, you can see a wheelbarrow in a bit. I'm gonna get back up here, babe, where you can see a little bit. I'm just gonna cut the power and just let the wind weather vane it, you know? And again, you can see how strong that wind is. It's just floating away on us. So again, not the best day to be demoing this thing, but that's what we got today. So, all right, here we go. Let's see, let me power it up. Tell you what, let me do some flaps. There we go. You can really see those lights, can't you?
Yeah.
I mean, they really stand out. Holding that stick back a bit. There we go. Flaps coming up. Uh-oh, something happened. Let me land it. Oh, we might have lost it again. Yeah, something might be going on with it, guys. We're probably just gonna have to wait for it to float on back. Well, anyway, you just witnessed an emergency landing.
Oh, well, you did good.
Yeah, here we go again. So, yeah, something must be up with the motor or the speed controller or something, so I'll have to get that ironed out. I could have sworn it was the ESC, but anyway, we will we'll wait till it floats back here, and then we'll probably kind of wrap it up, and then when we get it resolved what it is, the motor or the speed controller or something, we'll do a more comprehensive review. So let's let it kind of float back to us, and we'll talk about it here in a bit.
You have a candy bar or something?
A candy bar, yeah. Well, I got no. Unfortunately, I got no rescue boat here. I'm gonna have to get one. So, but it might be the motor, it might be the speed controller. Like I said, it was having binding issues before. So, sometimes it's as simple as one component, whether it be speed controller, or whether it be a motor. You'd be surprised. You think it's a speed controller, but it's a motor. So the good news is look, I still got flight controls. So in an emergency, I was able to land it, and actually it's floating back, so I might go retrieve it. You want to film the retrieval? Let's see if I can get it. Man, I'm bummed. I really wanted to fly it some more today.
I know.
But yeah, it's having a motor or a speed controller issue of some sort. good thing is I still got flight control, so the BEC's working. Like I said, you have stuff like this happen sometimes in RC, and you got to isolate what it is. That's basically what it did to us before, but it did it while it was still on the water. So
that's a good day because you didn't have a crash.
Well, yeah, nothing broke, but I tell you what, we'll get this out on a better day, okay, to give you guys a little more comprehensive of a review of it. But a couple things I did iron out. It definitely is more stable when the CG's coming a little forward, okay? And it handled this wind pretty good. I mean, it's almost about to fly away right now. I put 3 ounces of weight. I don't know if you're gonna be able to zoom on that. Can you get right on that nose?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to put them there, and you can put a heavier battery in. You don't have to put all that extra weight. I just didn't have a short, squatty battery. I had a long, thin one. So right there, I put just some fender washers, okay, that I had sitting around. So about 1.5 ounces there, about 1.5 ounces there, and that brought the CG forward again, which was right, again, right in the middle of that notch, babe. If you want to get on that one more time. Right there, and that's about 55 millimeters. That made it really stable going by. Again, it's hard to evaluate until you actually get it, you know, on a smooth day or whatever. And then the only other change I made, all these horns, Amy, if you want to get on this one, this aileron horn.
Okay.
Get that okay? It's on the outermost one.
Yeah.
The flap is on the one that they put it at, so I'll drop some flaps here. Okay, that's on the sort of the next one in. Right here on the rudder, babe, if you want to get here. I got the rudder full travel, okay?
Okay.
I got 30% expo there. And then of course you guys just saw what we talked about with the elevator right here. You see where I put that hole? Can you zoom in on that tight for everybody?
Yeah.
Okay, that gives me really high torque, really high resolution, and really good control of the pitch, okay, without needing to, you know, change too much of everything. Again, 125% travel on that elevator, and it's a decent amount of travel with high resolution. So, all right, guys, I think that's it. Amy, you got any comments?
I think you did an excellent job landing.
It was a good emergency landing. It was successful. So good thing we were right into the headwind.
I have no doubt you'll fix it.
Yeah, good thing. Well, again, it's usually when that stuff like that happens, it's usually often the 3 motor wires, which I checked and those are okay. Sometimes it's the motor with a short or a problem, because the speed controller does seem to be doing what it's supposed to be doing, but it's got to be either the speed controller or the motor, and that's just a one-time bad component. That kind of does happen with some of these things sometimes, not a big deal. I think in over a decade of doing FMS stuff, I've probably had maybe 2 or 3 speed controllers with issues, but that's it. Over a decade, that's not much. Maybe 2 or 3 servos too, just not too many. Usually this stuff is very, very reliable. So anyway, just contact customer support and they'll, you know, they'll take care of it for you. So, but otherwise, this is an awesome flying airplane, guys. If you want to see the initial flight we did at the park, again, I'll put the link in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. You guys can check that out because we just flew it at the park the other day. Super windy flight. So the next one we give you guys, it'll be smooth weather, hopefully. And we may just come out here, babe, and do it again. Okay. When it's smooth, you know, so for everybody. Otherwise, guys, if you want one of these FMS FerrarRC, check it out. We got links below and coupon codes below that you guys can get this, you know, and save a little bit of money on it. It's a nice airplane. Stay tuned. We will have an unboxing video, and when I get that done, if you're watching this late, again, I'll put that link upper right-hand corner of this screen. There'll be a little drop-down, little circle. You can drop down that, see those with the videos that are kind of associated with this plane. But really, really, really nice airplane. The floats just went on. I didn't tell anybody this, but the floats go on with just these 8 screws. If you want to zoom in on that, I didn't talk about that with everybody, but there's just 8 screws that get these things on. You just pop the landing gear off, and that's what puts the floats on it. So okay. But anyway, that is it, guys. Beautiful MAULE. Again, this is a replica of the full-scale MAULE aircraft. You guys can look it up online. I might put a link below. You guys can check that out. MAULE aircraft, I think it's Moultrie, Georgia is where these are made. So this is just a real nice example of the full scale. So, okay. Miss Amy, thank you very much for filming. Her arms are hurting, I can tell. She's got nice guns, but I put some pictures in the beginning, probably some at the end for you guys to see while we were filming this. So stay tuned, guys. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell, let you know when we put new videos out, especially on this one. And we appreciate you all watching, and thanks for watching RCinformer. We'll see you guys next time.